Awesome. All right, let's start warming up. Move through your upper body. So for our kettlebell work today, we've got our three circuits, our three shorter circuits, and we've got some body weight work and mostly just heavier kettlebell work. Obviously, you're working at your capacity and the weight that works for you. All right, so just go ahead and keep moving through upper body, and then we'll jump into the first set. Make sure you move your arms in every direction, chest, shoulders, back. And just get everything really nice and warm. All right. And then let's come into our hips. Just take those hip circles through each leg. Test your balance a little bit here. Try not to step on Muffin's head here. Stop. All right. Take it into some side steps from here, right to left. All right, keep going. One more to the right, one more to the left. And let's find a sumo today. So I want you to come really nice and wide. Whew. Press into the thighs, rock a bit from side to side. And then you can move through your spine. Stop. You can move through your spine. And twist from side to side. She's driving me crazy. All right, come on up. Let's take our hip hinge right into our air squat. We feed a stray cat, and we have a heated house for her on the back porch right outside the studio. And she was out there this morning. She's normally gone by the time we come out. So Muffin is like on high alert right now. One more of these. And bring it up. Find your butt kicks from here. Whew, my quads are sore from those lunges we did on Monday. Just a few more seconds on the warm up here. We got another 3, 2, 1, and come on down. Find your down dog. I want you to warm into that down dog. You can throw in some planks just to get everything really nice and warm. We just got 2 exercises in the first circuit. We're gonna do our half Turkish get up with a carry. So just alternating those 2 things, but I want you to stay in that down dog and just keep warming. A little bit longer. All right, go ahead and come down. So for your half Turkish get up, remember that's one knee bent. So you'll need a weight in that hand with a bent knee. We're gonna bump it up to 5 reps on each side. So we'd stayed at 3 on each side for a while. So bumping it up to 5 may feel like more, or will feel like more, but it may not feel that challenging. You may be able to stick with the same weight, or you may need to drop the weight. So I'm gonna start on the right side with right knee bent, right hand up, left arm, and right hand hits the weight. Left arm at 45 degrees, left leg 45 degrees. Big exhale, you sit right up to the elbow, all the way up to the hand. And you're gonna do 5, like I said, on each side. Remember, when you transfer the weight, you transfer behind your head, not across your chest. Even if it's lightweight, it's just good to get in the habit of using proper form here. All right. Whew, even a lightweight on the face is not going to feel good, right? So All right, each side. Remember, you want to sit really nice and tall at the top. And then after you finish that fifth one, we're going to come up into a heavy carry. And I'm going to give you time. I used a lightweight today. That's the first time I've done those since like October, I think. But for your carry today, I'd like for you to do an uneven racked carry. So on one side, you've got the weight racked at your shoulder. And on the other side, it's down by your hip in a farmer's carry. So the farmer's carry hand may be heavier than the one that's racked at your shoulder. All right. Give you a few more seconds, just make sure everybody's caught up. Also just realized I didn't put my phone on do not disturb, so there we go. Okay, so your choice, pick a side. We're gonna do both sides for about 30 seconds. So one side's racked, one side's at your hips. Remember to get that up, you're gonna clean both of them up to the shoulders and then release the one by your hip. And we walk once you get that set up. Shoulders down your back. Working your core differently. We're only walking for about 30 seconds on each side. You got another 3, 2, and remember, very carefully find the hinge, set those weights down. You're gonna flip the weights opposite hands, just roll out the shoulders for a moment. And when you're ready, let's go other side. Clean them up, release that one on the opposite side down by your hip. Keep walking. You got another 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right. We're gonna rest here. We're just doing those 2 things to get started. The next circuit that we're working will be a longer, more intensity. So this is really just focusing on core and just making sure we're really, that we're warm and ready to move. Okay, we'll rest a little bit longer. We're gonna start back on that Turkish or half Turkish get up, I should say. All right, let's go ahead and set it up. I'm gonna start again on the right side. The right knee is bent, right hand at the ceiling. And let's go. 5 on each side. Remember, you're exhaling as you sit up. Use the breath. Once you finish one side, you're going to flip to the other side. Make sure the weight that you're using feels challenging, but it's not so hard that you can't keep proper form. But it should be challenging. And then when you're ready, you'll come up. I'm going to give you a moment though, just to make sure everybody's caught up. We're going to start with that uneven racked walk, or move into, I should say, that uneven racked walk. All right, let's go. Set it up. Rack both weights, release one. Make sure, Siri's talking to me. I don't even know why, what I say that cues it so often. Make sure the arm that's racked, that it's really tight. The elbow's not popping out to the side, your shoulder's rooted down your back, your wrist is straight. You've got another 4, 3, 2, and carefully release. And we'll just switch sides. All right, when you're ready, rack it up. And let's go. We'll do this circuit one more time. You got it, keep going. You got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, we rest here. We're gonna do all that one more time. Whew. All right. Rest a little bit longer just to make sure everything's ready to move for the third round. All right, for this last round, I'm actually going to start on the left side just to change things up. So weight will be in the left hand, left knee is bent, right arm out. And you've got 5 each side. All right, make sure you do each side. All right, once you finish those, we'll come up. Last set of walks for today, and we'll get into the next. All right. Few more seconds here. You've got another 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Last walk for today. For your workout, I should say. You got another 4, 3, 2, and rest. Set them down. Take a few seconds to shake out the arms. All right. And here we go. We want to clean those weights up just because it really protects your back instead of just yanking the weights up to your shoulders. That clean uses the legs and the glutes to get the weights up instead of just leaning over and picking up something heavy. That's how we mess up our low back. You got another 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew, okay, so let the arms have a moment here, show you what we're doing. We've got 4 exercises on this round. So for the first exercise, you're gonna need 1 kettlebell. I'll leave it up to you as to how heavy you want that kettlebell to be. But I've got a squat with a press with 1 bell. So I'm going to bring that weight up to my chest, drop down into my squat, big exhale, press, bring it all the way down. And as you pop up, I want you to bring it up to your chest, press. So it's here, boom, boom. So I've got that weight down at the bottom, bring it up, press. So maybe not too crazy heavy because you're basically doing a strict press at the top. So we're going to start there, and then you'll need 2 bells. We're going to do a double row with a little bit different tempo. I'm going to row up quick and do eccentric, which means I'm only going to move, or I'm going to move down on a 3 count, 1 count up, 3 count down. And then a heavy weight, we're going to set up our deadlift stance a little bit wider, like a sumo, and do a single-sided deadlift. So what that looks like is literally one side. That opposite hand can be racked or it can be out to the side. But really important that your hips stay square on that. And then we'll drop down into a plank from there. So we're gonna do 5 reps of everything. So the weight should be challenging, but not so challenging that your form isn't solid. So you need a double set of weights for your row though. So just make sure you've got your weight set up. The first exercise is that pop up. So show you what that looks like. I'm actually not going to push it with my chest. Okay, so you're set up in your squat. I want you just to reach down, pick up that weight. You're going to drop, big exhale, pop it up to your chest. Another breath in, exhale, press, bring it down, extend, pop it up, press. And let's go just like that for 5. Once you finish those 5, you're going to pick up the second weight. And we'll be in our regular like hip width stance on this. I've got 2 bells for this. Find that hinge, engage your core. Inhale, draw the elbows up. Exhale, slow for 3, 2, 1. You're gonna do 5 of those. Inhale up, release for 3, 2, 1. And let's keep going just like that. And after you do those 5, you'll set it down. Take a moment, especially because you've been in a hinge, and we're going back to a hinge. And then we come into that single arm deadlift. We're gonna do 5 on each side. So it's a sumo stance. Hips are nice and square, shoulders are square. Find that hinge. And you'll do 5 each side. Set it all the way down, press your knees out towards your pinky toes. Once you finish 5 on each side, take a moment. We're going to come down to our forearm plank, and we're just holding a forearm plank, 60 seconds. So knees up or down, your choice. Whew. All right, let's rest for another 4, 3, 2. Now find your forearm plank. You've got 60 seconds in that forearm plank, so make it work however you need to. Press down between your shoulder blades. Look at the front edge of the mat. Keep going. 60 seconds can feel like a long time when you're holding. You can also do little sliders forward in the shoulders if you want. You could do your knee taps like we did on Monday. You can bring the knees down, then bring them back up, but you have about 20 seconds left here. Lots of core happening on this round too. All right, you got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest done. All right, so we rest here, solid minute or so before we do all that again. So if it didn't feel very challenging to do 5, then do heavier weight on this next round or bump up the reps. Maybe just by 1 or 2 even, just to make it feel a little bit more challenging if the 5 didn't feel challenging enough. I put the low reps there so that you could push with the weight if you wanted to. Just as long as you feel like you're working. We're gonna do this circuit 3 times. I'm gonna rest a little bit longer though. We're gonna start back on that clean press, basically, with the squat in there too. All right, so feet are set up in your squat stance. And let's go ahead and move. You're gonna drop down to that weight, press through your heels, big exhale pops it up to your chest, and press. Drop back into that squat, pop it up, press. Make sure your glutes are tight as you press. Once you finish those 5, we move into that tempo row. All right. Rest here for a few seconds, make sure everybody's caught up. To set up your row, remember your feet are hip width apart. You're gonna find 2 weights. We find that hinge, lock in your low belly for your core, row up on 1, release on 3. Nice, slow, and controlled. Just works the muscles differently to change up the tempo. Once you finish those 5, you'll set it down. We'll move into that single-sided deadlift on each side. I'll give everybody time though here. Remember, I want your feet set up like a sumo stance. We move in another 3, 2, 1. You're doing 5 on each side. Shoulders and hips are square. Set that weight all the way down each time. Exhale as you come up, press through your heels. Once you finish those 5, down for the forearm plank. I'll give you time to get set up there. And then we've got 60 seconds on the forearm plank. All right. Whenever you're ready. Let's move in 3, 2, 1. Hold that forearm plank. Or like I said, you can add the sliders, you can add some knee taps if you want to bring a little bit of movement into it. But just holding obviously is work. Make sure you're lifted out of your shoulder blades. Look at the front edge of your mat. Whew. You're halfway. Halfway there. You got about 15 seconds left. Or you're focusing too on breath whenever you're holding as well. You've got another 4, 3, 2, and rest. Done. All right, we'll rest here for a good minute, and then we're gonna do all that just one more time. All right, a little bit longer. We're gonna start with that clean squat press. All right, we've got another 3, 2, 1. Remember, you're hinging down to that weight. Drop the hips, pop it all up. Press overhead. Once you finish those, we move into the row. Give you a few seconds here. All right, feet are set up hip width apart. Find that hinge, move down to the waist. Engage your core, up on 1, down on 3. Keeping that same controlled, slow tempo. Whew. Once you finish those, the weights come down and you get a heavier weight for that sumo deadlift. And then one more plank. All right, let's move on those deadlifts. You got 5 on each side. All right, once you finish those, we come down. Last forearm plank for today. We'll move into our swing series after this. All right, we got another 3, 2, 1. 60 seconds on those forearm planks. I almost said swings. Last forearm plank you have to do today. Make sure your form is solid, especially on this last one. You got it. You're about halfway. Just about there. About 15 seconds left. Another 10 seconds. We've got another 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. We'll rest here for a solid minute, and then we're going to move into our 5 minutes of swings from here. We'll go back to that every minute on the minute. 20 swings, you set it down. We're going to rest for another good 30 seconds or so, though, just making sure the body's really ready to go through these last 5 rounds. All right, so remember, at the end of this, since we've done 100 swings, you may scale back on the weight that you normally do. Just make sure you're listening to your low back. That's the biggest thing, that we're not over tweaking the low back. Whoop. Get my timer set up here. All right. Go ahead and set up your weight. And let's move in 3, 2, 1. And let's go. 5 minutes on the clock. You got 20 swings. You got about 12 seconds before the next minute starts. You got another 4, 3, 2, and let's go. That was 2 rounds. Got 15 seconds before the next minute starts. You got another 5, 4, 3, 2. Next minute begins right here. Two more rounds. We got about 15 seconds to the next round. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go. One more round after this. Whew. Got about 12 seconds. You got another 3, 2, last minute right here, last round. And when you finish, I just want you to rest until the end of the set. Whew. We're gonna close this out today with just 5 push-ups at the end. And then we'll stretch a little bit longer. Push-ups are just to top things off. As we begin to scale up on the swing set, we'll bring in some push-ups and planks with the swing. So a few more seconds here. We'll find 5 push-ups at the end. Go ahead and come down to your mat if you're not already there. Remember, knees up or down on those push-ups. We don't want the hips to sag, so maybe the knees are down. All right, set your hands up. Set it up. You've got 5. Big exhale presses you away from the body, or away from the ground, I should say. On that last one, I want you to lower all the way to your belly. Bring your elbows forward, stacking them under your shoulders, coming into a Sphinx pose. Thighs are nice and tight. Spread your fingers wide. I want you to draw the front edge of the mat towards you, lift through the crown of your head. Get a little stretch here. Through the neck, through the shoulders, and to the back. Now just slide your hands back. Let's press it up into a down dog from here. Use this down dog to stretch out your back body. We did a lot of hinging today with the rows, the deadlifts, the swings, meaning that the back side, the posterior chain, all the way from your neck down to the back of your heels got a lot of work today. So this will stretch all of that out. I want you to drop one heel and then the other, just like we started. Now take an inhale. As you exhale, set your knees to the mat, come into tabletop. Take a few rounds of cat-cows here. Drop your belly, lift or round through your spine. Inhale as you drop your belly, exhale, round. Come to your neutral spine. That means a straight spine. Spread or press your right heel behind you. Stretch out your right calf. Now step your right foot over your left. Look over your left shoulder. I want you just to take that lateral body stretch, really pressing that right hip open. Coming back through center, pick up the right leg and just make some big kicks and circles in every direction. Now, if you can, I want you to get that foot all the way up. Take either a runner's lunge. You can come up off that back knee or drop the back or keep the back knee dropped and come into a kneeling lunge. I want you just to stretch out that hip flexor on the left side. Make sure your shoulders aren't shrugging into your ears. Now frame that front foot, left foot steps up nice and wide. Bend your knees, find a ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows, just get really, really heavy here. Breathe into your low back and your hamstrings. You want to be just weightless without tension through your jaw, your shoulders, and your neck here. You can sway if you'd like. Now release your fingertips to the ground. Big breath in, just roll all the way up to a stand. Big reach overhead. Exhale, I want you to fold forward. Step your feet back into your down dog one more time here. Again, maybe some pedals feel good. Just stretches all the way up your back body. Now set your knees back to the earth. Left foot slides behind you. Find that left calf stretch. Step left foot over right. Look over your right shoulder this time. Stretch out through left side body. Come back through center, big circles in that left leg, every direction, just rolling out that hip. And then slide that foot all the way up, however that looks for you today. Coming into your lunge, runner's lunge or a kneeling lunge. Whew, breathe. Frame that front foot, if not already, step it up. Let's take one more ragdoll here, knees bent. Breathe into the hamstrings. Maybe you bend and fold a little bit, the knees. Release your fingertips to the ground. Inhale, come all the way up. We're almost done. Soft bend in the knees, reach your right hand forward. Stretch back through the fingertips. Flip it over. And then take that right arm across the front of the body. Switch sides, left arm out front, stretch it out. Flip it over. And then stretch that left arm across the front of your body. Come back through center, roll through your neck, your jaw, your shoulders. And you are done for today. Let me stop the recording here.